From retro to next gen, we've got it all. I'm George, a Gen X grown-up, and this is Bit by Bit. Here's a curious bit from our friends over at TimeExtension.com. Polymega might have a new module coming out, and the reason why I'm highlighting it is because it looks like it might be an Atari-themed module. So, Polymega's been out for a while. You guys know they've come out with NES, SNES, Mega Drive, Genesis, TG16, PC Engine, and N64. But what we also know is that back in 2023, Atari invested in the company that manufactures the Polymega. Well, just recently, a new page on their website opened up, and I'm going to show it to you real quick. This is the page. It's just called 6. But when you go to try and save this graphic, the name of the graphic is Atari. And it's got some weird vibes here. Obviously, it's, shadowed and everything on purpose because they're trying to be interesting with the reveal. But those two little slits of white there, I don't know why. They just kind of give me a Jaguar or Lynx type of feel. I'm not saying that that's what they are, but they kind of give me that vibe. But again, we think this is going to be coming out soon. We have no idea on a date or anything like that because so far we only have this page, which you can find here in the article. I'll link it down below in the description, and the file name, which says Atari. But boy, you want to talk about being cryptic and hiding something in a plain sight? This just might be the way to get some buzz for them. And here's a pinball bit from yours truly over at GenXGrownUp.com. Tomb Raider is getting the pinball treatment from Zen Studios in the form of 2 brand new tables that are coming to Pinball FX, FX VR, Pinball World, and Legends Pinball 4K. So let's dive right into the details. First, Tomb Raider Pinball Adventures of Lara Croft. It's got some key features listed for us here. Explore her greatest adventures, epic challenges. Tomb Multi-Ball will be the multi-ball part on this board. That'll be a lot of fun. Agile Adventurer, which lets you go up the ramps and figure out the different shots that you have to make. Survivor Wizard Mode, definitely going to try and get that. They're also going to have the second pinball machine as part of this release. It's called Tomb Raider Pinball Secrets of Croft Manor. Again, we've got, exploring the area, master the challenges, uncovering secrets. We've got a couple of multi-ball inside missions listed here. White Queen multi-ball, Renovation Rush, a whole bunch of cool stuff. Midnight multi-ball, a whole bunch of signature pinball mechanics, as it says. Of course, it's Zen Pinball, so you're going to have Lara Croft on the screen at different points, I'm sure, depending upon what activations you do. Now, this is going to be available to PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, iOS, Android, MetaQuest, and Legends Pinball 4K if you have one of those virtual systems set up already. If you want to find out when this is going to be released, follow them on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or YouTube, and I'm sure they will be releasing the dates soon. But man, I am super excited to have some new entries into the Zen Pinball FX landscape, especially ones for Tomb Raider. Here's a perfect bit from our friends over at GenXGrownUp.com. Bubsy is getting a collection release coming soon to Carbon Engine and a whole bunch of other platforms. I don't know what the Carbon Engine part is. But anyway, Atari and Limited Run are putting this set of games out called Bubsy in the Purrfect Collection. It's got a whole bunch of different games from Jaguar, Genesis, and other platforms. So we've got Bubsy and Fractured Furry Tales and Claws Featured Encounter, Bubsy 2, Bubsy 3D, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But what's interesting to me is that this looks a little bit more like a digital Eclipse offering because they're going to have artifacts and interviews, as they list right here, along with the game. So I get a digital Eclipse vibe from this, something like the Jeff Minter collection or one of those other digital, the Atari 50, those kind of things, as opposed to just a collection of games. So I'm very interested to see what they do with this. Now, we don't have a release date yet, so they're just asking people to wish list this either on Xbox or Steam or Switch or PS5 or wherever it is that you want to play this game at. But There's a link here that'll take you to one of their articles that'll give you some more information, some stuff down here just about Atari that I threw in when I was putting the press release together. But yeah, this seems like it's a new direction. So I love what Digital Eclipse does, but I'll be interested to see if limited run games can kind of meet that standard that Digital Eclipse has set with these types of offerings. If not, Bubsy might lose one of its 9 lives. Here's an award season bit from our friends over at VentureBeat.com. The World Video Game Hall of Fame 2025 inductees have been announced, and they are some classics, ladies and gentlemen. GoldenEye 007 on the N64, Defender from the arcade, Tamagotchi, those little pesky little keychain pets from back in the day, and Quake. All of these have been announced as this year's inductees into the World Video Game Hall of Fame, which is housed at the Strong National Museum of Play. So they're going to join the current roster of library that's out there, and some of the ones that they were up against this year are really solid entries as well. Age of Empires, Angry Birds, I don't know about Angry Birds. I don't think I would put that in my Hall of Fame yet. It's a good game, but Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, Frogger, Golden Tee, Harvest Moon, Mattel Football, NBA 2K. Yeah, I mean, it's really good. If you want to check out this article, I'll have the link down in the description as always, where you can also take a look at last year's winners. The Strong National Museum would be a place that I would absolutely want to visit if I'm ever in the area. I don't think I'll get there anytime soon, but still, very cool. They go on to talk about each one of the games in depth in this article. It's probably a good 5-minute read, but again, congratulations to these 4 entries into the 2025 World Video Game Hall of Fame. And it's time for another Doom bit from our friends at tomshardware.com. Doom has been ported in 16 colors to the Atari ST. So this comes to us from Jonas Eschenberg. He announced this over on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call that platform these days. And it's called ST Doom. So they've got a little video here that you can go watch on his Twitter feed if you like. But the really cool part is just that this is coming to the Atari ST, which is, like the article says, kind of a cousin of the Commodore Amiga 500 from back in the day during its development. I really love every time I find out that somebody has ported Doom to another new system in another new way. You can get this right now, although I did see, yeah, right here it is. The code only compiles on a Linux system. So that means that you're going to need to, if you don't have a Linux system, you're probably going to need to run Linux inside a VM on your Windows system or your Apple system in order to get this to compile. But once you do, you're up and playing Doom in color on Atari ST, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do it for the news making headlines in the gaming world right now. I am George, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I'll keep on bringing you the news bit by bit.